Okay, and I'm back. But anyway, the thing about this game that I really like is especially how they made very natural evolutions of what had come before with Left 4 Dead and Left 4 Dead 2. If not for the aliens, you replace them with zombies, you could easily say this is Left 4 Dead 3 and probably believe you. Alright, Grace. Say your prayers. But yeah, people would say, oh, well, Left 4 Dead 2 has to have more in it. It really doesn't. I mean, you know, more in it that's like so revolutionary and innovative. Valve was never really the best at innovating. I don't think Valve was a very innovative company. I think that they iterated upon shit that was already there and just put it together better than others. And people seem to misassociate the idea of innovation and iteration. They just put a bunch of stuff out that was better than the competition, but it was the same as the competition. Um, Valve often didn't do shit that was very original, and you'll find it with Left 4 Dead 2 especially, I think being one of their better games. Probably has more players often than CSGO and Team Fortress 2. And Valve apparently must have agreed with that, because you think about it, they were even willing to do a fucking update years after the fact. And if you're unaware, the numbers of Team Fortress 2 and Counter-Strike are often ballooned and inflated simply because of botters and scammers who use the games for money laundering. Got a big fucking alien here. But then people will like all do all of this bullshit excusing of like, oh well, I like them. Okay, well keep liking them. You should expect better. You should expect to like it and then have more cool games to play. But instead, all they make is fucking dead cock, or as deadlock as they want to call it. All this shit is straight up from Overwatch, Tumblr, and it's all fucking embarrassing. It's like the kind of shit that a 12-year-old would sketch after playing Dishonored in middle school, made into an actual game. It's the kind of thing I would think of if I were 12, but never actually be so gay as to do. Like, I would never put that shit together into a fucking product that I intend to sell for money to other people. It's just stupid. Alright, so hopefully they don't die this fucking time. So every time I go through this shit, they always die. And anyway, Valve's been lacking. I think they had been lacking quite a bit. And a lot of people don't like to mention Condition Zero unless it's in a derogatory manner, but I think that was one of their better games. Even the deleted scenes campaign, because they were just like going into the fact that it's stupid as fuck. But they also had a cool premise where you're playing as all these different special anti-terror forces across the globe. A perfect way to make a Counter-Strike campaign, and they did something pretty decent with Counter-Strike Global Offensive where they had the co-op missions, but they just took the entire game down, and, I'm mixed because I liked the shit that was in it, but the game itself sucked. It was terrible, slow, clunky. Constantly, every single update they would do would have to patch some new bug or shitty exploit they had just to make it less fun. Like, if your community is going to keep constantly finding all of this shit, why keep patching it out? It's just not fun. It's not fun. Your game sucks, Valve. And I just stopped playing it because, yeah, I mean, all they want to fucking do is play in a sterile box, say how good this shitty box that you can't interact with hardly is. And that's just not fun. That's not fun, good game design. The reason why I liked Valve's games so much is because they were often doing interesting, dynamic, good-looking, shit. And you compare Counter-Strike to Left 4 Dead, there's really not a comparison. There's a fucking execution. That's what there is. Left 4 Dead is just so much fucking better as a series. 2 good games and then they stopped. Good. I would rather you fucking, you know, if you can't do anything better, then don't. Don't ruin it. I mean, they should... I do think that more companies who are going and making all of these very, very kind of haphazard, half-assed remakes that completely misunderstand their own intention from 20 years ago, and then try to paint the narrative of, oh, just reusing shit is the reason why you like it, not because the games were fun, cool, interesting, or actually somewhat creative, or pushing the technology of their time. It's embarrassing when all a company can do these days is just release shit that was 20 years old for a new audience, and then they find some way to ruin it. Because, oh, it was too difficult, or had a modicum of challenge. Or had or said stuff that was actually, you know, not sterile and boring. Had a sense of identity. No, you're not allowed to have an identity. You're not allowed to say anything that could remotely be offensive. Unless, of course, you're shooting a gun, in which case, yeah, just fucking kill everybody. That's okay. It's the kind of shit that fucking Spec Ops: The Line and other games, you know, criticize them for doing at the end of the Xbox 360 generation, and they've just become that very thing that they were once better than. That's funny. Alright, so this time I hope I don't get fucking swarmed by 500 aliens. I'm gonna wait for these guys to actually drop down this shit and then start it. Because what happened is, I'm doing this as a second take, but the first time my game crashed out, so that's fun. There were literally so many aliens on screen that the game bugged. And Unreal Engine 4 had a bit of a fatal error. Made a mistake. And got taken out back and proceeded to watch the sunset after being shot in the head. So that was lovely. Not fun. But, thankfully what is fun is getting 2 MP5s and shitting myself and running away. Where's the sapper? Oh, there he is. Okay. So now I'm going to run in there, if I can. Find the alarm, turn this shit off. Alright, got it. Bingo. Gotta fucking kill this thing? Thank you. No, don't worry, Roy, I got you. I got you, Tyrese from The Walking Dead. Anyway. The base building, sentry gun placements, you can even place, you know, pick up and place the turrets wherever the hell you want. I like that. That's a good evolution that improves upon a flaw in the otherwise kind of limiting game design of Left 4 Dead, where you would be told to, like, set up defenses. What defenses? You had no defenses. There wasn't shit to set up. Unless, of course, you count, like, you know, fucking throwing a gas can in a hallway. And, maybe a propane tank. Well, here you can use the propane tank to set the fence on fire. You can set up a mounted gun. In my case, I imagine they're going to be coming in from the left and the right, so I'm going to set this shit, like, right here. So you're not just locked into one place, you can actually fucking put this wherever. And as well as that, it isn't jarring, you know, cutting to third person constantly. It's about to be. We gotta run, there's a beast. They sent in Gabe Newell after me. Fat fuck. That sucker has not done anything for making games in like 10, 15 years. The last games that he has released have sucked. They've been terrible. It's like people have the idea that Half-Life Alyx is somehow good because it's in VR. I beg to differ. It's even worse because it's in VR. It just makes all of the issues that are apparent with Half-Life even more obvious. They removed a bunch of shit. They replaced it with nothing that was particularly interesting looking. Almost all the aliens look like just people wearing, you know, weird World War I assorted military gear. Yeah, because a dude that's, you know, the Combine totally isn't just Bill in a gas mask or some old guy. Well, for all you know, it could be. Could just be Father Grigori. Damn, that was a close shot. Missed me. Can you get me? You trying to kill me? Over here. Time to die, bitch. Gotcha. Alright, sweet. I'm gonna take the ammo. Head upstairs and hopefully not get swarmed by a fuckload of aliens. Alright, Roy acted as a very loyal pipe bomb. Alright, there we are. You just fucking rang your dinner bell, dog. I think he dinged your dong. Oh, wait a minute. Wrong bell. You can add more shit to Left 4 Dead and have it be fun. I am surprised they didn't do something like, if they want to do more cartoony crap, why not have, like, tell Ellis's stories but realize them into something that's unreliable? Makes no sense. Has hallucinations or something. You could easily make, like, a whole game of just Ellis, you know, saying a bunch of bullshit. Embellishing a lot, because that's what people in the South do. Oh, that's a med kit. Yoink. Me. Gotta cut right through him. There we go. Welcome to the new Indiana Jones movie. Yeah, where's that fucking stem shot? There we go. Give me that crank. Drugs. Hardcore. If anyone is familiar with Call of Duty Ghosts, you'll get that reference instantaneously. Anyway. I'm gonna go over here. Turn that shit on. There he is. He's instantaneously right behind us. Fuck. This bitch is a lot smarter than I realized. And just shoot it repeatedly in the head. There we go. I am. You're getting in the way of the shot. Alright. See, this works. There we go. Excellent. I didn't think that would actually work at all. I had more faith in actually killing Roy before I killed the Blackout. So I'm going to do that real quick. Anyway. So yeah, Valve is a company that I think as of late has been really terrible. A lot of their shit is just mostly the extortion model, which is to say current day Microsoft. They split away from, you know, Microsoft to go make games, and all they did was add more extortion. Great job, Gaben. Yes, welcome to Call of Duty Warzone. With Bill Nye the Science Guy. And of course, this here is Dr. Halsey from Halo. Before we continue this lovely video game, we need to bunker down the fort. Set the sentry gun to block the door. Barricade. Actually, barricade this one. And then I'm gonna head over here and grab this shit. Throw that on the floor. Sweet. Alright, if they try to get past that, they'll get burnt. So you have to finagle the barriers a little bit. And by a little, I mean a lot. Especially if you want to survive this situation. It's very dangerous. We have a reactor leak. Give us a minute to lock it down. Large leak, very dangerous. So they mostly come from the front and the left, is what I tend to notice. And they also do come from the back. So I am going to put a barrier here in the middle. And I'm also going to put one on the stairs. That might seem like a strange strategy, seeing how I just said they come from the back and the front. But it's going to make sense in a minute. You have to put this shit in rather strange places.
I got the barricade rigged to burn some aliens.
So, I'm going to put this... Yeah, put the propane on that one. Propane's on that one. Sentry gun there. Put a mounted gun here. And I think we're good. So now I'm going to go downstairs here and give Dr. Halsey the Microsoft Windows 10 laptop from Dell.
Okay, thanks. We're going to have a lot more company real soon, so gear up and get ready.
This is where we get the Valkyrie. It's a special weapon. I'm going to use the Valkyrie against the aliens. Just going to print a bunch of them. I'll print like 3. Oh, Looks like they took my MP5s. Alright, so we're just going to stockpile them down there. And keep an EF-18 for the bots. Then I'm going to head upstairs. And turn on the alarm system. Oh wait, hold on. I do need to get the propane. For that wall over there. Set 2 down there. As bombs. And then I'm going to set the wall on fire here. And then this last propane tank bomb I'm going to set like right there. And if they get close enough, they're going to die. Let's bring on the pain. And I wasn't kidding. They're already here. See what I mean? They teleport in. And there you go. This is one thing I like over World War Z, is you're actually given the ability to place these wherever you choose. There we go. And that's why we get the arc grenades as well. It'll set off the bombs in a chain reaction. Now they're going to the left. And by the left, I mean like right here. And just shoot everybody who comes up with the machine gun. There we are. Set these on fire. And he burned. That's why I barriered up. And you see I put the barrier here. It's an effective strategy because they're gonna, you have to guard the bottom as well. Boom. Triple kill on the sappers. Bye-bye. Boom. Then he went back to the front. So while you cover one area, you want your traps to cover another. Because eventually the shit's gonna overheat and stop working. See what I'm getting at? You want to cover at least 2 places at the same time, at all times, if you want to successfully survive the situation. It's an effective strategy. And then they're going to send in the beast, and they're going to send in the car, and then you just want to run. Run into the square here, and you win. And we win. Oh, sorry, not D. XD. Disney XD, to be specific. Tune into your next fucking station here for a fucking fruit snack. Mickey Mouse.